What's up, guys? Lubert the Great here again, back with episode number 6 of my Rising World series. Today I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what I have done off camera in between episodes 5 and 6, and we're going to test a couple of things and hopefully gather a few materials so that I can continue on the quest of creating this underground base, and I'm also going to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what I plan to do in the future, especially with this thing. So I decided we're going to make a pit here. I'm not going to tell you exactly what we're going to do with it yet, but this is going to be the entrance to some part of the base. I haven't made up my mind 100% yet, so I don't want to just tell you guys and then change my mind later. So we're just going to say, it's under construction. We'll see what happens. As you can see, I was playing around with the signs that you can put in this game a little bit, and apparently you can put in any image that you have saved on your computer, and you can just put it into the game as a sign, which is really awesome. So I just grabbed this image and put it on here because there's a man digging down there. You can't see him, but he's here. Don't you worry. He's there. There's a man down there. Just kind of gotta accept it. And I just put some danger signs around here because I don't want anyone just falling into this thing. It's very dangerous in these areas where there's construction signs. Gotta have public safety #1. All right. I also, as you could probably tell off in the distance, put some supports up in this tunnel. I just thought it was so plain over here, so I added a couple of things to make it a little bit more homey and more exciting, interesting. I really think I want to do some sort of scaffold all the way up to the ceiling here just because I feel like it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it though because it's going to really screw up this whole area because it would take up a lot of space. So I don't really know if I'm going to do that, but we'll see it eventually if I end up doing that or not. So one of the things that I do want to do is create a storage area. I haven't decided where I want to put it yet, but I'm really thinking either straight off this way and I'll move this bench out of the way, or like straight this way, somewhere off of this room, because this is where we're going to be doing the most crafting and everything. So we want all of our materials to be right on hand, really easy to get to. The other option is to just create an extension off of this room, which is also a very possible idea that I'm going to be thinking about in the next week or so. Now, let's go. So, last time I created a little bit of an underground farm, and I'm going to try something out today. So, after I finished that last video, episode 5, I was playing around in here and I was like, well, the plants are a little dark. You can tell there's definitely tomatoes on there. Like, you can barely see them. Like, they have a little bit of color. I don't know how well that's going to show up over YouTube, but you can see that there is a little bit of color in there, but they're just super, super dark, even with the lights right next to them. So I kind of cheated and pressed L for light, and hey, look at that! It's all green now. So I'm thinking what I want to do is try getting some white lights down here and see if that has the same effect as the L button, because the L button offers white light. As you can tell, all the colors changed, and everything is like stone colored instead of yellow now. But I'm going to give that a try right now. So we got to go make some lights. And I believe I should have all the materials to do that. I got some tungsten out of that cave that we found last episode, so that was helpful. And I think all I have to do is create maybe two to four lights or something like that. And I think we can do that on this workbench. We just have to see what materials we need. So let's see here. Ceiling lantern. I believe we want one of these with the white on it. I'm thinking this one. So all we need is one iron plate. So let's go make some iron plates. Actually, I think I have some still left over. Perfect. Well, let's grab. All right, we're just gonna grab them all since it doesn't want us. Where did they go? They disappeared. What the heck? Did I throw them on the ground? I'm either blind or they disappeared. They disappeared. That's wonderful. Okay. I guess we'll make some more. Luckily, we have a ton of iron. I'm just going to make 4 of them since I'm going to make 4 lights since that room really isn't that big. Oh, this bench here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we have light. Does this show up in the hand too? Like a torch? Obviously not. Okay. Well, let's go hang these suckers. Look at that. They look so nice. They're going to look beautiful down in our farm. At least until, I don't know. They'll look fine for now. The moment of truth. Ta-da! What? Well. That's kind of disappointing. Clearly I was wrong about that. Apparently the L button acts as natural light, not either the lantern or the torches. Well, I'm assuming in that case that they will eventually be fixing that. What? Excuse me? What is going on with this thing? So, they need like... What the heck? I am really confused now, folks. This is the weirdest thing I have experienced in a while in this game. So they look fine if there's like a mixture of both types of light, and it has to be like above it, not like on the ground. What kind of parameters is that? That is ridiculous. I mean, it's really interesting, but it's kind of crazy too at the same time. Oh, nope, they went right back to... That is really weird. That the light has to be coming from me in order for it to work, pretty much. Huh. Well, I guess every time I go farming, I will just have to carry a torch with me. We can take some tomatoes. We need a few more food anyway. So let's grab some of these. That didn't really work as good as I thought it would. Just harvesting some plants. 30, that'll be plenty for now. We'll let them grow again. Man, that is really weird though, that it doesn't recognize the light unless it's in your hand. And if I press the L again, it's like super bright. Yeah, that's like that's got to be outside light, like natural light from the sky. That is really interesting. That was a good experiment. That's what that was. And we're gonna move on. I'm gonna probably play around some more with lights down here then, and see what else see if I can get any other better results with that. But for now, we're gonna leave that alone. And one of the other things I want to do is test to see how the trees are going to grow underground before we decide. Let's dig out this huge area, take a whole bunch of time to find out that either they don't work or they look really terrible. So I'm just gonna throw a tree right down in the middle of the ground here, and we're just gonna do that because that's gonna be, I think, the easiest way to tell if a tree grows halfway decent underground. And there should be plenty of space here for it. I'm hoping. Actually, I'm going to move it over a little bit because otherwise it's probably going to hit that with the leaves. Honestly, it probably doesn't even matter though. We're going to start encroaching on the construction site a little bit, but you know, the construction guys, they'll have to cope with it. They'll get around it. No problems. So that should definitely be a good spot. Okay. Yeah, see, it's going to be dark again. But again, it's only if we have a torch on, it's fine. But if we don't, it's going to be black. My guess is it's also going to be completely dark like that when it's fully grown too. And if that's the case, I don't know, man. I'm also assuming that eventually they will be fixing that. I'm assuming that's kind of a bug. And now, I mean, it is an early access game. There's nothing to complain about. I mean, just because the textures are a little bit wonky, I mean, this game is still really awesome so far. And yeah, there's some graphical glitches, but I don't even care. The functionality and the fact that a lot of things already work pretty well definitely outweighs the graphical glitches that will probably eventually get fixed anyway, since they're updating this game like crazy. So that brings me to the next thing. While I was cutting down some trees in between episodes here, I came across some pigs, and you know, with pigs, you see them as food. I just saw them as big things walking bacon. So I got myself some more bacon, and a lot of it, and a rack of ribs, because I like ribs. So we're gonna. Oh, that's not what I want to do there. Can I get that back in there? Probably not. Probably maybe. Please, little bacon. Oh, it's like 1 pixel there, somewhere around here. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's turn this on and start cooking ourselves some bacon. I don't even think that'll be done by the time that this episode's done, but that's okay. Close it up, keep the heat in. I mean, look at that rack of ribs. It's just sticking right out the side. Right out the side. You know, that's alright. I'm not even going to complain, because I'm going to have a rack of ribs for that. Oh, another thing, quickly. We're going to be moving this inside as soon as we are sustainable inside. So basically, I need to make a bed inside, which is what we're going to do next. We need to find some sheep so that I can make some real, actual beds. So right now, we're gonna go on the quest for sheep. Now, I believe you don't have to kill sheep to get their wool. You can just shear them, and I don't think it requires any special tools at this time to shear them. I'm guessing. Oh, there's a sheep right there. Look at that. We are lucky. That is really nice. Okay. Oh, sweet. The scissors just show up and boom, it sheared it. Hello, Mr. Sheep. Thank you for your wool. You give us 32 wool. That's awesome. I don't even know how much you need to make a bed, but I'll leave you alone for later, piggy. Let you get nice and fat. Alright, let's see if we can find another sheep. I don't know how much wool we need to make a bed, but I'd also like to make a few beds right away, because this underground base has got to be able to support more than one person. I mean, I'm playing in single player, but that's besides the point. It still needs to be able to hold more than one person, so we need a bunch of stuff to put in here, or a bunch of beds. So we're going to need definitely more wool. And I'm not seeing... Man, that cow looks really mean. It looks like he's just going to ram the crap out of me. I will leave you alone, Mrs. Cow. Alright, what is this? I can grab it. Oh, look at that, an apple tree. I wonder if we can get saplings from that and cut it down and make ourselves an orchard. Another task to put on the far away goal list. Orchard. I'll keep that over in the old noggin. And hopefully remember to do it someday. Alright, where is there more sheep? These sheep are not very common, apparently. It's another I don't want to get too far away from my base there, because I don't want to lose it. Sheepy, here, sheepy. Come here. You know you want to get sheared so I can make beds out of your wool. Your lovely wool. I won't hurt you. And actually I won't, because they're apparently pretty rare. And I'm hoping that that one sheep's wool will grow back in case we don't actually find another sheep right now. So that at least I can, maybe that sheep will stay around. I really don't know how the animal spawns work in this game. So I'm not sure if it'll like just stay there forever, or like stay in that area and just kind of walk around that area, or what exactly. But I'm really hoping that at least we can get some more wool off that, if nothing else. It looks like there might be one over here. We might be in luck. Is that a sheepy? Sheepy! Look at that. Yeah, see, look at the little scissors. Boom. Sheared. I like how some of the texture like stays on the head and like down the neck, but it's kind of thins off too. That's interesting. And the wee little tail. It's got a wee little tail, and the cow's got a freaking huge tail. All right, I think 64 wool will be good enough for now. I don't need to make like a billion beds right off the bat. Really, I just need one for me so I can sleep. Although, I mean, technically, if I'm underground all the time, it really won't matter if I'm sleeping or not, because... Ooh. Well, that's a dangerous pit. I have to put some... Oh, that's an interesting pit. It looks like the freaking the ball in the back of your throat, uvula. I think that's what it's called. It's like that's gonna swallow me up. Freaking hole in the ground. Scary. I almost fell right into that. I probably would have died from that too. It looked pretty deep. Alright, so I'm gonna run in here real quick and throw this wool in our temporary storage so I don't lose it. And what I'm thinking here is that our bunk area is gonna go here. I'm gonna dig this out and make a bunk area out of that, and then that'll be something that I hopefully can work on for next time. And then we will be able to create the bedroom or bunkhouse, whatever you want to call it. It's really going to be a bunkhouse because there's going to hopefully be a bunch of beds in there. And you know, while we're at it here, let's see what kind of beds we can make here. I think that's actually in this crafting bench. I'm thinking. Yep. All right. So we've got some pretty standard beds. It looks like. Oh, it's a little bit fancier. Oh, and metal beds? Ah, this is what we want. We want metal bunk beds. So we need 24 cloth, 32 iron rod, and 12 iron plate. That's pretty expensive. Let me see what cloth takes. I wonder what that's under. That's a good question. Is that under resources, maybe? No. Yeah, I have no idea where cloth is. I can't click on it. Construction, seating, miscellaneous. Let's make a piano. Have some nice music at the entryway. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, wait a second. I bet you it's on here. That would make so much more sense. Aha. 64 wool for 4 cloth. Wait, no. 4 wool per cloth. Jeez Louise, I need to learn to read these things. How much can we make? We can make 16. We can't even make enough for 1 bunk bed out of 2 sheep. This is going to take a long time. I'm going to craft that because I don't even know if wool can be used for anything else right now. But wow, that is going to take a heck of a long time to make like a bunch of those. Wow. That's going to be work in progress for a while. But that's alright, because we're in it for the long haul, folks. I'm going to throw that, and I'll throw this light in there. Throw these apples in there. This glass. Alright, that should be good. Oh, I was still carrying that stack of iron. That's okay. I'll get rid of that later. Okay, so other thing we need to do is, I think there's still signs outside. We need to update our to-do list because it is way behind. Let's go do that quickly. As I've been going through this video, I'm like, hey, we could do that. We can get rid of this old to-do list, or at least part of it, because it is outdated. I've created the indoor workstation. I do still have a lot of digging to do, so I think that's always just going to be on there. That's never really going to go away. So I think there's a sign in this barrel. Yeah. Let's go ahead and place this sign out, and we'll get rid of that other one. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now, let's test my typing skills here. All right. So 1, we need to dig. 2, we're gonna. I think number 2 is probably gonna be sleeping quarters. Sleeping quarters. I'm thinking. All right, sleeping quarters. And then number 3, I think, unless there's an issue with that tree that I really don't like, I think number 3 is going to be, we need to add ourselves a tree farm underground. At least a small one, because that is just going to be cool to do. That's just going to be a fun project. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And let's create that sign. And let's get rid of this sign. Okay, and I'm actually going to throw that back in here so I remember that there's still one in there. Alright, so next we need to dig a lot, and that's always going to be there. So that should, honestly, I should make that its own sign that just says dig, 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 dig. I should really do that. That'd be funny. And we need to create sleeping quarters, which I think we'll probably do for next time, because then we can officially say that we're kind of self-sufficient. We'll also have to put the grill inside. Let's see if this stuff's done. Oh, shoot. I burned it all. Well, isn't that just great? I just wasted 3 pigs worth of bacon. What can you do with that? It just says burned bacon. What happens if we eat it? It still says I ate some bacon. Did it hurt my... Wait a second here. Is that still... It really looks like that might still be healing, or not healing me, but giving me food and water. I am really curious. It's definitely giving me food. I don't think it's giving me any... In fact, I think it's dehydrating me. Let's eat some tomatoes to offset that because I don't want to die. That is really interesting. So you can still fill up your food, just not your water. In fact, I think it makes your water... Yeah, it makes your water worse. That is really funny. All right. And I don't know if this thing's done or what. It looks raw still. We're gonna throw that one back on there. Maybe I'll not burn it. I'm not really confident though, because I burned all of this bacon, and that was a huge waste of bacon. Such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. But I'm gonna eat that so that, and you know, I'm gonna put this in this barrel as a reminder to remember to be a cook, not a workman, when I need to cook and not be a workman. So, oh, let's get that closed back up too. Alright, and then once we have the ability to move back in, basically we need beds and some ability to make food inside. Although technically we have that with the small farm, so that'll take care of that. And then I can get rid of all this stuff, and we can make some sort of, well, maybe we'll make a to-do area right inside the front room here, is my thought. And eventually I'll be putting a railing along this somehow. I might make this a little bit bigger and kind of round this off a little bit more so that it looks a little bit cleaner. That just looks so out of place down there, that tree. It's like, yeah, I'm the tree. I'm just chilling on this pile of dirt. Alright, and, oh, it's getting to be nighttime. Good thing there are no bad mobs in this game. Wonder how long it takes for the sheep to grow back. I'm really curious. And we need some more water, so we need to eat some more tomatoes. It's a darn good thing that food makes your water grow up since we don't actually have any water yet. I'm wondering if they will end up... Oh, you know what? I didn't notice this. My health went down when I ate all that burnt bacon, I think. I was not paying attention to that. Well, it's not, definitely not yet. It probably... Oh, there's a chicken. I've never killed a chicken before. I think I should make some weapons so that I can kill some beasts. Because there's some things that it'd be really cool to have, like a, I found a, you can get, what is it called, a moose head mount, and place it in your house. So that'll definitely go in, like, I don't know, some office area in here. I don't know, maybe it'll go in the bunkhouse, and then people can enjoy it, and it will watch over them as they sleep. That's kind of creepy, isn't it? That is odd. Alright, thanks you guys for watching. Go ahead and leave a comment on what you're thinking of the series. Throw a like on there if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to keep getting the notifications when I create new content. And keep tabs on this series and other series. Right now I'm also doing a prison architect series, and the second episode of that will be coming out tomorrow. So look out for that. And thanks guys for watching. Have a great day.